And we'll be back in just a moment.
Good afternoon. I'm Lisa Stark in the Channel 7 newsroom.
Hi, my name's Mary Pat.
Yeah.
Someone's going to ask me a question or something?
Sure, go ahead.
Right now?
Yeah.
Okay, I am a white female, and I impersonate Michael Jackson, and I got a lot of bad response from people for impersonating a black person.
You did.
I auditioned for a television show, and they told me that it was too controversial. And I just wondered if they run into that kind of...
I wonder. I don't know. Is there any...
In my act, I do a lot of different people. Right now, I'm just being myself in drag. But I do, in my act, I do Eartha Kitt. And I think if you do it in the right way, depending how you present yourself, people will appreciate it. Do it tastefully.
Your problem is the history of blackface and the minstrel performer who did usurp jobs. It was an economic issue, and not to mention very narrow stereotypes. Let me just, for reasons known only to an analyst somewhere, the lines are jammed. Hi. Are you there? Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm calling from Manhattan, Kansas, and I was wondering if any of these men had an unusually close relationship with their mothers during their childhood.
Why do you ask that?
I'm playing amateur psychologist.
You think that mama's boys grow up to be cross-dressers?
Oh, not necessarily. I just wanted to see what these guys had to say about it.
Is that possible, friends?
I don't believe this has anything to do with my sexuality, my closeness to my parents. I'm very close to my mother and father.
Yeah.
Yes, I want to know, since there don't seem to really be male impersonators, what do you think the attraction is for female impersonators?
The illusion. It is very
Yeah, but why
alluring.
doesn't it go in reverse, he
There
wonders?
are male impersonators.
But they're not in the same
No.
field, and they're not accepted as widely as we are.
There's a whole lot of women that dress in basically men's clothing. I mean, why does a woman have...
Right, but we are not as entertained, though, in the reverse, is the point.
Can Marilyn sing Diamonds Are a Girl for
Yes, for $100, sure. Ladies and gentlemen, here in performance, live, you are Jimmy James. That is hard to believe. Once again, Miss Marilyn Monroe.
A kiss on the hand may be quite complimentary, but diamonds are a girl's best friend. A kiss may be grand, but it won't put runner on your humble plan, or help you at the automat. Men grow cold as girls grow old, and we all lose our charms in the end. But square cut or pear-shaped beads, rocks don't lose their shape. Diamonds are a girl's best friend. There may come a time when a lass needs a lawyer. But diamonds are a girl's best friend. There may come a time when a hard-boiled employer thinks you're awful nice, but get that ice or else no dice. He's your guest when stocks are high, but beware when they start to descend. It's then that those louses go back to their spouses. Diamonds are a girl's best friend. Thank you, Phil.
What do you think?
I'd like to say that I just thought that was wonderful, and I'm really enjoying the show.
I am too. It's a nice way.
Hi. I was wondering if you take any type of medications that you don't have any facial hair or chest hair or anything like that?
No, I've just always been smooth, and I'm lucky that my skin, ironically, photographs in all one color.
I was just wondering why people would pay big bucks to see imitations when they can pay big bucks to see the real thing.
This isn't for you?
Not really, no.
I do plan someday to get married and have children.
You want to have kids?
Someday, maybe, yeah.
No. Diana, darling?
I love children, but no.
Yes, ma'am.
I just want to ask Marilyn who her dressmaker is. I just love your dress.
This dress is a copy of the dress she wore to sing Happy Birthday to the President. And it was designed by Sheck in Atlantic City.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad you waited. Go ahead, caller.
Hi, so my name is Montana. I'm also a female impersonator from New York City. Yeah. I've worked with Ruby and a couple of the other people that I've seen today. I think sometimes, I'm not sure because I only see them at night. I also live as a man during the day and impersonate women at night. And I think that it is just so fantastic that they've got this exposure, and it's just a vote of confidence that we need as female impersonators.
Do you ever go out socially as a woman?
It depends on where I'm going. If I'm going to a place where it would be accepted, yes.
And when you do that, you go to the ladies' room, right?
Unless I'm feeling like I want to cause a scandal.
Yeah, that's true. You would create some noise in the men's room. Well, I appreciate your call, and here's hoping you guys will never be unemployed. Yeah.
Is there any type of experience that the three of you have had that you might consider atypical sexually that might have led you for a tolerance or preference to dress as women in your younger day?
Now, I have to say first, I hate women's clothes. I cannot stand them. And I hate having to be fitted for the clothes. Everything has to be specially fitted. I hate high heels. The only thing that I do like is makeup.
I'd like to know when you're all dressed up, which facilities do you use
Well,
the
that's,
Well, I have to say, what I do, I only do this on stage. So, you know, that's provided for the nightclub that I work at. I don't really, you know, parade around like this ever.
From the duplex in New York's Greenwich Village, I am pleased to present, I want to say Miss Ruby Rims. Here you are, Ruby. Watch it, your mic there, darling. Just, we don't want a different show than the one we planned. A
lot of powder, a lot of paint, a lot of pretending something I ain't. I can't conceal it, I gotta reveal it. I'm just a drag queen. I walk the street most every night. Here on Donahue, they treat me right. I have to fess up, I like to dress up. I'm just a drag queen. I know a few truck drivers, how are you, who put their leather on. But under all that bushes, behind the pink chiffon. So don't sit there, feeling so big. Last Halloween, you borrowed my wig. I call you mister, but you're my sister. I'm just a drag queen. Some of you think you're hiding in your leotard of blue. That if I stood next to you, I'd smell drag mothballs too. So come and join me, come one and all. I'll bring the makeup, we'll have a ball. We'll have a green girl, pretend we're green girl, and not just brag. You know what I mean, but I'm glad I'm a man, drag
There's good news and bad news. First, the bad news. 3 out of 4 unsuspecting people will get gingivitis, an early form of gum disease. Now, the good news. Listerine Antiseptic is the only non-prescription mouthwash accepted by the American Dental Association for its significant help in preventing and reducing plaque and gingivitis. And Listerine still kills bad breath germs. So brush, floss, and use Listerine. It's good news for you, bad news for gingivitis.
This is Anna O'Sullivan. This is a commercial for Surf.
Down to the garden. Mike, follow me down this way.
That's my dad. That's Brian. What a wimp.
Oh, and the garden's a family tradition.
That's the shirt. Well, garden sun, time comforter.
That sure.
After the wash.
Smells great. Looks clean.
Surfily moves dirt and odors. Yay!
The season is summer. The place is South Lake Tahoe. The hotel is Del Webb's High Sierra. And we welcome fun worshipers with the sun in the morning and the stars at night, with our outdoor attractions and our indoor attractions. So when the sun goes down and the curtain goes up, don't miss our Summer of Stars at the High Sierra. Call now for reservations. Call 702-588-6211.
Good morning. It's time for a healthy breakfast. This time your kids will eat it. A cereal with lots of protein. Don't worry, your kids will eat it. And complex carbohydrates. It's new, crunchier Life cereal. Relax, your kids will eat it. Life is still deliciously frosted on the inside, but New Life is crunchier on the outside. Life tastes so good, even grown-up kids will eat it.
There's a monster behind the chair. And ate all your cereal.
New crunchier Life cereal and Cinnamon Life. Unless they're weird, your kids will eat it.
Scientific, Estee Lauder. Sensuous, Estee Lauder. Romantic, Estee Lauder. Skincare, makeup, fragrance. It's a beautiful world. Visit your Estee Lauder beauty advisor today, and you'll receive this gift, including white linen parfum spray and pressed satin eyeshadow. Yours with any Estee Lauder purchase of $12.50 or more. This gift is yours through August 13th at Macy's.
That's Marilyn and a gray-haired guy with her. You met Joan Rivers. Show him the picture again. Can we do that, Brian? That is remarkable. Here is Joan Rivers, Drew Taylor, sans garb. Come on out here. What do you think? Amazing. That's something? It's a knockout, isn't he?
Drew, I have a question for you. Is this something that you just went to audition for as an actor and found a part or a role, and how did you feel the first time you had to dress up?
Yes, that is the way I found it. Actually, the first time I did it was with an actors group of Canada at the University of Calgary, and it was a very quick spoof. There was a lot of media attention, and these people down here somehow found out about it, and the next thing I knew, it was a whirlwind. They were taking me to L.A., I auditioned, and I looked awful when I first started, but I learned the craft, and I took the job.
Oh, there you are. Yeah, now do a dissolve. Do slow dissolve. You have to look forward, Drew. Look forward. Over here. There you go. Now do it again. Go back, Brian. This is interesting. Amazing.
The hair has a lot to do with the change. That's a lot.
I'd like to ask you, ladies, when you guys go out...
Guys, don't get this.
Excuse me.
Trying to start a fight or what? Wise guy?
Especially Diane. When you go out, do you carry two proper IDs? Like,
I carry one piece of ID. My ID says who I am as I am. I don't have a deviant where I have to alternate myself from one personality to another. I'm one person.
Yeah.
And it says just as such.
Leslie
Regine.
I don't have to tell you, in a homophobic world, especially this one, fag bashing's everywhere, and we're all scared to death. We've got a worldwide medical emergency with a lot of people want to blame on the gay community, which you and I would agree is not fair.
Oh, yes.
But you must have had your close calls physically. I mean,
I've had several different encounters, and where I came from in Chicago, where I was raised in the projects from a good portion of my life, being in an urban situation that is very basic, you can go from one extreme to the other. But I had something that happened the very first time I appeared on your show. I got respectability. I was working as a female impersonator in Chicago, but the first time I appeared on your show, the entire concept of what I was and what I was doing changed, because being in a medium like this gives people exposure to you. Although they are curious, they don't understand, they don't know. No one ever tells them. How can they understand?
and you're a peaceful guy who doesn't want to hurt anybody, and
I'm a peaceful woman who wouldn't want to hurt anyone.
Peaceful woman. Yeah.
I have a question for Marilyn. You say, I guess you said you're a heterosexual. I was wondering if your wife or girlfriend, what they think of it.
No, I just said I wasn't married.
Hi there. Are you there, caller? Go ahead.
Yeah, I'd like to say I have a friend who also does this in the evenings.
Yes.
But during the day, he is discriminated against in his day job. And I'd like to know if this happens to any of the ladies or gentlemen who are sitting up on stage today.
I'm not sure they do anything else. Is this a moonlighting job or is full-time? You don't.
This is my full-time occupation.
Right, but do any of you don't drive a semi-truck or anything?
Oh,
I'm
I
a
do.
professional.
Do you, Ruby?
No. I work as, besides performing, I work as a bartender. And once in a while, most of the time when I'm behind the bar...
You're not in drag behind the bar?
Once in a while, I'll for the fun of it, have a good time. The bar makes a lot more money.
You wanted to say Jimmy James, Marilyn Monroe, yes.
I'm an impressionist. Marilyn is one of the characters. I have several other characters in the show that I do.
This is remarkable. This took a while, didn't it, to get the whole...
Mm-hmm. It's specially sculpted. Marilyn was known for an open face, you know, just free, open.
Yeah.
So all this is glued down.
Have you done any research on her at all? I mean, she must be closer to you than...
3.5 years. Only for Marilyn. No other character did I have to do 3.5 years of research.
Yeah.
I studied her from head to toe. I mean, I was much too shy, having grown up in Texas, to even approach this type of a subject. So I studied her intensely, you know, her personality, the way she dressed, the way the clothes were fitted on her, the hairstyle, everything.
What do you know? What do you know about her? I mean, what surprised you about her?
I think, well, you know, I would ask a lot of people, you know, who had seen her in person, because I had read a lot and seen a lot of documentaries and the movies. And I said, well, what did you see when you saw Marilyn in person?
Mm-hmm.
And they all said the same thing, different times. They said she was so cute. And I thought, what a funny word for the sex goddess.
Yeah. You know, Phil, can I say something about, you know, impersonating? Many different people are impersonated, but you know, Marilyn Monroe, I think, is a very particular impersonation that extremely few people can do. And the reason for that is that you can approach it as an actor, as I do, and, you know, learn the mannerisms and try to get the voice and all that kind of stuff, but with Marilyn Monroe, you must have an essence.
Because
this is why Jimmy James is successful, and this is why you have to research Marilyn, you have to know her.
But all characters are like that because they're all illusions. You portray an illusion, you believe it. If you believe it, the people will believe it.
Yeah.
She's an example, I am, you are, we all are, of something that we all feel innate.
Yeah, we should say that Ruby Rims at the Duplex and also Jimmy James, Marilyn at Don't Tell Mama here in New York, a nightclub, performed live here. So that was you, no lip sync. Are you there? Hi.
Hi.
Go ahead.
Hi. Yesterday I went out to brunch with my girlfriend, and she dressed me up as a woman, and we had a great time. I also wanted to know, how do you go about getting a job?
What are you going to do next week?
Who knows?
Wait a minute. You mean she just said, hey, why don't you dress up like a girl?
Well, we were sitting around just watching television, and she started making my face up and stuff, and then she was like, let's go out to eat, so we went out for brunch.
Who paid?
Who paid?
Yeah. And what's your point?
What? What
happened?
Oh, nothing. I had a great time. I was just also wanting to find out how they went about getting a job as a woman impersonator.
Oh, there's all kinds of places around the world that is always looking for female impersonators. This is an art form that is as old as the sexes. Yeah.
This is to Drew. How did you know that you look just like Joan Rivers? I mean, you obviously don't look anything like her, like you are now.
People told me I did, to tell you the truth. When I first did it, it was like throw a wig on and throw lipstick on. It was an extreme spoof. It was an extreme spoof. And basically the challenge was to see if I could. A lot of people encouraged me and said, oh, yeah, you could look just like her. And I never particularly saw that in myself. I never particularly wanted to, but...
Here you are.
I also studied a lot about theatrical makeup, and I really sculpt my face a lot, too. I shade it down in certain areas. I try to make it look longer, you know.
We have another performance we want you to enjoy, and we'll get with that and entertain your questions in just a moment.
Hi, I'm Cheryl Jennings of the Channel 7 News.
That's pandering. Are you there? Go ahead.
Yes. How are you?
I'm well.
Very good. My name is Penny Connor, and I'm calling from Boston, Massachusetts. And the reason that I'm calling...
And we only have an hour show, so you'll get to it.
Okay, all right. Well, the reason that I'm calling is that I was interested in if or not they had a market for females doing male voices.
Yeah.
For example, I do man voices also, but I am a female. And I was wondering, did they have a market for females doing, you know, like male impersonators?
Do the man voice again.
Yeah, how you doing, Phil? I've been trying to call you for some time, right?
These women can do that.
What?
Here in the audience.
Say what?
Yes, there is a market. You know, look, if you can sell tickets, there's a market for you. Do you have an agent?
Well, how about putting me on that show?
Yeah. How's this play in Boston? Lots of female impersonating places.
No, there's not. That's why I was wondering, was there a market for that?
Well, you're going to have to get down here to New York.
All right. Hey, if you're willing to...
And take some sin back to Boston with you.
And listen, if you're willing to put me on the show, I would definitely come
Well,
out.
we admire your enthusiasm and don't for a moment condemn you for it. I wish you well. If you want to drop us a line, who knows? I don't want to be Ziegfeld. I'll tell you this. You'll understand. I don't want to sit around in the office in the afternoon watching a bunch of guys in lipstick. You know what I mean?
I understand what you mean. Right, that's understandable.
All right, but let us know. And who knows? And incidentally, get a hold of these people. They're familiar with the professional channel that you have to navigate here. I want to bring out none other than, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Cher. Okay. Thank you, Cher. That is beautiful. Can you keep it just... Let me just keep it for a... Hi. Are you there? Are you enjoying this thing? Caller?
Yes. Hi. Hi, Phil. Yeah, I think the professional impersonators are great.
Yeah.
But when you put someone on like Tammy Sprainett, I think that it reinforces negative images of women, and it's really talking about a backlash on women.
You don't like the bouncing...
the bouncing balloons. I mean, it's reduced...
I know. It's what the guys did in the South Pacific to entertain themselves. Well, look, this is not going to get a pass, I'm sure, from everyone. I accept your grievance. It's on the record, and we'll be back in just a moment. And thank you, Scott Trout, for ably assisting on the piano. Thanks also to Don't Tell Mama, a nightclub here in New York, also the Duplex in Greenwich Village, and the Baton in Chicago, where lovely Leslie Ragenet works. And you also saw some talented people from An Evening at La Cage, the show at Bally's in Atlantic City. And here, for a final appearance, are all the talented people who appeared on this here program. Thank you very much for a great hour.
Services provided and promotional fees paid by the following.